2, 1. Being live. It is the Beck Scrum. Sam, and Michael, and Lara. So, various things have been happening. Michael and I have been continuing to work on our upgrade to Premium Plus feature, which we got kind of green. You know, bit of progress. But then one of the other components has started failing, which is, of course, what a regression test is for. But we've rolled that back to develop, and it seems to be failing there. Although this is actually, it's passing in production. People have used it to sign up. It's working when we use the development server, but it's in this test environment with this tricky kind of using VCR and Puffing Billy and so on. So we're both kind of like banging our head against it. We're kind of blocked by that. I think that something may have changed in in Stripe, where we're interacting with Stripe through the browser. But anyway, bit of a block. Anything to add to that, Michael?
No, except that for some reason it's saying that the node is obsolete.
It's saying what? Sorry, the node is obsolete.
Yeah, if you put a bybug in that inside that block and reference
Right.
Stripe iframe, the frame node, it basically and like
the thing that you posted in Slack, obsolete node.
Right, so it's not like visible.
Yes, and I think that basically means that the iframe is just not appearing, which fits in with everything else I'm saying. I mean, the thing this would just, so this is all we've got it in the website one Slack channel. But yeah, so this is what Michael's seeing, that the little pop-up for the Stripe payment is not there. And what I'm seeing when I run it is that, this is here. This is the attempt by the headless browser to communicate with Stripe and say, please give me this, bit of HTML that I need to pop up to go in the iframe, and it's asking for it, and Stripe saying, no, can't have it, forbidden. But where we do the same thing in some other places, it does all pass. So a confusing conundrum wrapped inside a Rubicon of some stuff. How are things going with you, Lara?
Yeah, going fine. I was quite excited to get the title text to change last night after trying different things. So I started working on that, and then I saw you made some changes to that. Well, it wasn't changes. I wasn't sure. I have just pulled down the branch now just to see what the updates were, and then I just questioned why, who, what, and how.
Yes.
Just to make sure that I hadn't missed anything or.
Yes, and apologies if I ended up. Well, I was trying to be very skillful, and I think I probably failed. But yes, we can maybe have a look at that together. After this, but yeah, I guess that's everything. I sort of wondered if Sigu might have joined us. He was here yesterday. I would say, do join us if you are free. I know he's chatting around in Met Plus. Turns out he's running a bootcamp in Kenya, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I guess that's our Scrum. The other thing we sometimes do is vote on tickets, although when we've got lots of blocks. So what I really should have done, actually, for safety, Lara, my apologies for this, is I should have, the work that I've done, I should have pushed it into a separate branch. That would have been cleverer. But so now, first of all, correct me if I'm wrong. So when I saw your pull request initially, I saw that it consisted of a number of commits, and absolutely no criticism here at all. I think this is one of these things that Git kind of does to us. It gets so I think what had happened is that you had forked it maybe a couple of weeks ago, originally, the local support, and then when you came to start working on this, you initially were trying to address the fact that your fork of the code base was out of date with the current code base. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. And so when I first saw the series of commits, I saw sort of like 5 merges and then about 6 things which were all related to the SEO. And what I thought I saw, and I think it's still true, and if I'd done it more skillfully, it would have been more transparent for you. But what we could do is that we could kind of throw out some of those, merge commits and different things, and we could just get, precisely those components that were related to the SEO, and then we'd kind of have a cleaner pull request that would be easier for both of us to work with.
Okay, perfect.
Unfortunately,
so pretty much for the one that does 21, the 21 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I would say, is the one that we should. Let me just see here. Let me just see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the initializer, that needs to be there. It's the second one from the top.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to be there, and then the one from 21 hours ago. Those are actually the only 2 that really need to be there.
So maybe what happened is that I pulled in 6 of them, and actually some of them didn't need to be in there. And so what my apologies. What I really should have done is I should have pushed the branch to the main Agile Ventures, and then we would have had my version, and we could have compared that with yours, and I pushed it straight back to yours. So my apologies for any confusion there. I blame the painkillers personally.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. I mean, even from my side, I mean, I'm new to this, and just from camp, we've just been told to, if you not even if you finish something, just push it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you did totally the right thing, and it's great to have that up there. And so I think we've now got. I mean, and I think we're in a independent. Ultimately, when we merge this in, I will squash all of these commits down into one. So kind of which commits appear here is less important than the file changes.
Okay.
And so the thing to kind of for us to sort of check is, do we have the file changes that we want? And what I think at least we have achieved is that you may have noticed that there were all sort of other fixture files that were kind of in there. I don't know if you looked at that view, which were kind of all, bits and pieces and kind of unrelated to what we're actually working on. And at least now they're kind of out of there. So, but one thing is that you were mentioning, so is this the right gem? Is this meta hyphen tags?
Yeah, that is the one that's the right gem, because all the sites that I've researched have said meta tags is the one to use. Yeah,
great stuff. Sounds good to me. I have no problem with that at all. So then actually, and I think, I mean, I kind of made a little bit of a mistake and I had to push one other thing. I think it's now actually green and passing. Is it not? Okay. Yeah, no. So it's looking good. Yeah. Well, when you said, "Oh, have you changed the gem?" I thought I'd like done something horribly wrong. So actually, the situation is maybe not as bad as I was worried. No, I think we've kind of got the things in there that we want. So.
Well, the thing is that if I pulled it down now and I've looked at my gem file, it's showing me. Where's my gem file gone now?
Yeah. Right.
If I go to my gem file, it's I'll show you my screen quickly.
Yes. So this is the thing with me having played with the state of the branch on the repo, on the GitHub repo. You now have, although I've removed the messy merge commits from the GitHub, they may still exist on your side. So you may have a bit of a strange setup for you locally. And again, that's my fault, and I should have pushed it into. Next time, I will do it into a separate branch. I can. I can see your screen.
Okay, cool. No problem. So, so there's just some things that I'll take out, which you should have, which is fine. But what I'm seeing now is
you're seeing some merge. Well, so this thing.
I'm seeing this here.
Right.
That's why I questioned it.
Oh, I see. Okay,
this is the gem.
That makes sense. No, I think what that is that probably what you did is if you go to your command prompt, you probably did like git pull origin and the name of the branch.
Yes.
Now what that's done is it's taken the stuff. I mean, the minor changes that I made. The thing was, I threw some things away, but you still have them locally, and so I think what you're seeing there is side effects of that. You've kind of merged the slightly cleaner thing that I've created back into your local, but I think we could fix that now. If you went to your terminal now, there. So which branch are you on there? So it looks like you're on the.
Yeah, I'm on develop now. So, so I'm going to go into my branch.
Well, I think before you do it, it's telling you there that you're in develop and you're in merge. So I would first there do like git reset. So git space reset, and then space hyphen merge.
And enter.
Yeah. And it says, okay. Yeah. So I would now just do git status. Let's have a look at where we. Yeah. So I think so. Do git merge hyphen abort. Sorry, it was my. So I don't know, but I don't know. Delete. Go back. If you see there, when we did the git status, it actually tells us. It says your branch is up to date. You have unmerged paths, and it's so we could be fixing all of it, but it says use git space merge space hyphen abort to abort the merge.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Michael. Yeah, that looks interesting.
If you look at that, it might give you something.
Okay, sure. We'll come around. Okay, I'm going to try and help. Now that's interesting there. So you've tried to do that, and it says entry app controllers not up to date, cannot merge. I think I would be tempted here, Laura, to type git stash.
Yeah, I would also do git stash.
And then
just go into my branch and then carry on working.
Well, I think yeah, or maybe it's maybe you do need to do originally the thing that it's got into a kind of a weird state here, isn't it? Maybe you want to go onto your branch and try and reset the merge. Yeah, I thought it wouldn't let you. So I would say actually in this situation, probably. Well, this fatal git right tree error building trees. That's the problem with git, is it sometimes it gets into these very odd states. Try git status again. Yeah, so the other thing that you could just try here is you could just do git commit. You could just do git add dot. Like, well, maybe just like do a commit and sort of throw it all away. So if you do git add space dot, and then do git commit and do like -a m, and then like put some quotes like and put junk commit. Like, well, this is just to kind of get us out of where we are. There we go.
That's cool.
Yeah, just do that. And now, okay, so now we're in develop. So now, yeah, I think that to check out into your branch. And what I would do here is I would just do here git space checkout -b, and we'll make a backup of this branch so that you've got kind of a record of this locally. So yeah, do -b, and now so type out the same name of like 112.146.675, and do underscore original or something, just so we've got that. So now we've just taken a copy of that. So the thing that we can do from here, I think we want to do two things. So we want to delete your the branch locally and pull in my clean version of it, and we'll also want to clean up the develop. So from here, I would do git space branch -D, and then now do the branch name 112.146.675 SEO. Yep. So hit return. And you could also do git branch minus, do the same, just hit up and then hit delete to delete the name of the branch there, and then write develop. So hit backspace just to delete the name of the branch. There. And we'll get rid of the develop branch because it's got that junk commit on it we don't want. So yeah, do a space there and then type in develop. That's it. Hit return. Yeah, that's great. So now I would do git fetch origin. So we'll just make sure that we have all of the latest stuff from the from GitHub, like so. And you probably already have it, but we'll just do that to make sure. And no, oh, do git remote -v for me. Let me just see the what your remotes are. Yeah, okay. Do git fetch upstream as well. Like that. Yes.
I don't have to do upstream development.
No, just this will fetch. This will make sure that you've got all of the branches and all of the commits and everything that exists in the upstream setup. Thinking about it. And then what we'll do after this, I would say, is we probably do git checkout, and we'll do that 11214667.5 _SEO, and that will create for you locally a copy of the branch in the way that I redid it. And part of the reason that this has become, you may be feeling like, oh no, I did the wrong thing, and no, it's my fault. As Michael and my wife have established, generally these things are my fault. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. We can just move on. It's Sam's fault, and there we go. But so if you now do git checkout and do 11214667.5 _SEO, what that should do is that will take a copy from your I think that's right. This one, yeah, just hit return there. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, so that's now set up as a tracking branch. So if you have a look now, you should see, if you go back to your editor or what have you, it should all be looking a lot cleaner. Does it look about right there?
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's the sort of cleaned up, but in a rather heavy-handed fashion that I did on the and pushed up to GitHub, and just yeah, I should have done it in a separate branch so we could see things more side by side. And I was yeah, painkillers anyway. So the other thing that we might want to do as well, just to make sure that your local development environment is sort of set up, is check out develop as well, because we threw that away with that junk commit. So you could just do git checkout develop. Yeah. Now, interestingly, I guess interestingly, we won't do that because we got origin. Yeah, you could try git checkout origin develop.
Wait. Who's origin? Git remote -v. Do git remote -v.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, do git remote -v. So it's got origin.
That's your origin.
Well, the origin is Lara's. She's got her Lara's origin there. So potentially, yeah, she actually may not necessarily have a develop one there. So you could just do git checkout upstream develop.
Yeah.
It'll be, I think, upstream / develop. I never managed to get that right.
It's slash.
Oh, not hyphen. It's / yeah. There you go. And so
checkout -b develop.
Yeah. So now to create your local develop version, so yeah, git, as Michael's saying, git checkout -b, and then space develop. And what you might want to do there as well is just do git push origin develop, and that will create a develop branch on your Git if it's not already there. Let's see what happens.
I do have
You do have it, and I think probably what you want to do now is this would be you want to do a force push. So if you hit up and get back to the same thing and just edit it so that after between push and origin there's like a -F. So we generally have to be careful with the -F, the force push, because that overwrites the things. But I think in this case it's justified, and it's also the case that we, all the commits continue to exist independently of whether we lose the individual branches. So maybe on another occasion we can go through the process of, like, when you maybe start on a subsequent thing, the process of getting your local develop into the right state, ready to move forward. It is a failure on, I think, the part of Git to be as user friendly as it could be. That it sometimes ends up in these states.
My connection's a bit slow. So.
No worries. Well, and I think we've done all that we needed to do there, and that leaves us in terms of the actual pull request. Go on.
The one question you had was, where is it now?
I think I'm sharing my screen. If you just look at my screen, did you mean this one?
Is it gone? Sam. Yeah, you just at the bottom corner right there, we've got description orig.description and title orig.name. You asked, should we not have origin.name and origin.description? And I made a comment that I copied it out of the show page.
Yes.
So I don't know if that was right or not. So I was still figuring out that part.
Sure, no worries. Can you see my screen at the moment?
Yeah, I can.
Yes. So it was just it's this thing here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I know the thing that I was thinking. Well, it wasn't so much whether it was organized. I think with this at the moment is that it might end up being. It will set the title to be actually the string org.name.
Oh, yeah. You know why I put it in the string? Sorry, that was me last night, just before I went to sleep. If I take it out of the string, it breaks. So,
right.
And I was quite tired, and I just thought,
sure.
So,
no. That's absolutely fine. Yes, I think then possibly replacing it with this might allow you to take it out of the string. So I mean that's trivial. Don't worry about it. I mean, I was partly asking because I'm not familiar with the meta tags gem. So so then it looks like it's going very much in the right direction. It's all working there. I guess we've got this. There's a slight decrease in coverage. I guess which I guess is the fact that. I guess the implication there is that this show method that we've got in the application controller is not being accessed as part of the test.
It's not supposed to be there.
Okay,
That's supposed to be out. It has to be in the organization controller.
Okay, yeah, all right. So, well, it sounds like So it's kind of it's work in progress, and you're still moving it around. So I shouldn't analyze it too deeply at this stage.
Yeah. So I'm going to take it out, and you'll probably get better coverage.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Yes. Oh, well, I think we're now in a good place then, because we can sort of see kind of cleanly what's going on. I think you've now got you've got a clean thing there, and you'll be able to. Did that develop thing there? Oh, you had a timeout. But anyway, you've got the clean branch there locally.
Yeah.
So I think we are unblocked.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome. And remember, it's ultimately all my fault. I'm really excited about the
I'm very proud of you. I mean, not many men would admit.
It's been beaten into me over many years. Well, and I think it's a thing. There's a great. I don't know if you've heard of. It's not Douglas Hofstadter. He's also a great author. There's a psychologist who should remember, but I've gone mad. What's his name? And it's called The Design of Everyday Things. Is the name of his book, and his name is John Norman, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And so I if you haven't really, I recommend. He makes a point, as do others such as Raskin on human. Sorry, Michael, gone.
He writes in his book that Sam Joseph is wrong.
Well, I think he writes in his book that I'm at fault, but that's independently of that. I think what he also says beyond that, because that's only a footnote, is that when people encounter things and they're not working, and this is like their oven or their car or all sorts of things, and I think the same is true with like software. People tend to assume it's like, I'm not clever enough, I don't understand how to use this, and he turns it around and says, actually, it's a failure in the design of the thing to be sufficiently understandable. And I think that's actually what we encounter a lot when we're dealing with Git and GitHub. I think GitHub's come a long way to improve its usability, but I think the onus should be on the tools need to be improved to suit us better, not that we should be bending to try and suit the tools, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Good stuff. Okay, well that's all fun. Then maybe we'll just. I'm gonna have to finish in a minute, but so Michael, you were just pointing me to something in Slack there.
Someone's saying on Stack Overflow that might show the cause of errors. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I can see some things there. So I mean, I'm just switching it into tests mode. I think I can show this without it being it's test mode. I can just without revealing top secret data. But so this is, well, it's showing me that there are some bits and pieces. That's some stuff from today. But
you go to the 400 error particularly. That's right. Does it say like?
It says missing required param source dot.
Missing required parameter. The hell? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think we've got. There's various levels here.
Is that the? Let me go look at varnish.
Well, I mean, this is one that occurred yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, and we've got this. I mean, the interesting thing is that talking to Stripe is that they've said, as long as we're not hitting them too much, in principle, as long as we're hitting the test server, it's not the end of the world if our automated tests are hitting their test server. So there's layers here about whether we want to be adjusting our approach to testing. It does seem very strange that the basic charging stuff is working, but then the button in this other context is not working. I think, yeah, I will probably have to put this down for a moment, and we will maybe be able to have a look at it for tomorrow, but let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, that was the Kent Beck Scrum and some extra. Greetings to our viewer. I think Sigu was saying something about he was on the way home and joining tomorrow. Yeah. So there we go. All right. Well, good to see you both, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Thank you. Ciao.
All right. Bye.